Hey guys, this is Claudia here from the Bookkeeping Expert. I've been a bookkeeper for a long time, actually over 20 years. I am an accountant, but I focus on bookkeeping. I love QuickBooks Online. I've used Desktop before, and once I transferred to QuickBooks Online and I started having all this flexibility, with QuickBooks Online you can have access to your books pretty much anywhere, anytime. 24/7. So you don't have to be at the office to be able to do work. And I really like that. I can be in the Caribbean and take a couple of hours and do some work. I can be working late at night or early in the morning when everybody in my home is sleeping and I have a couple of hours to do some work. I love the flexibility. It is completely cloud-based. So like I said, the only thing you need is just a computer with internet access. And you're on your way to do a lot of work, a lot of good work. QuickBooks it's pretty simple to use, but there are a lot of issues that could happen if the correct workflow is not followed. We're not going to talk about that today, but if you do have questions later on, if you come across some kind of problems, especially with undeposited funds or unapplied cash payment or unapplied bill payment, take a look at my prior videos and you will find the answer for those. We also love to do what we do. We love to educate people like you on how to use QuickBooks Online. And in order to do that, though, we need you to subscribe to our videos so that you can constantly receive that and share with your friends so that we can continue doing that. So what I love about QuickBooks Online is the ability to help clients understand their financials so that they can use that towards improving their business, growing their business, using the profit and loss to verify who are my customers who are bringing the most money and things like that. So you'll be able to find answers to how to track those on my prior videos as well. So take a look at our tags and projects video on the past, and you'll be able to find answers for that. So anyhow, that's enough. We're gonna go ahead and get started here with a trial on QuickBooks Online. Anybody can get a free trial for 30 days and you'll be able to test drive the system and see how you like it. Now, keep in mind, at first you may feel a little uncomfortable, especially if you're coming from desktop. But once you learn where everything is, then you're good to go. It's kind of like when somebody comes to your house to organize everything and things are just in different locations, but they're still there. They're still there, just in different location. That's how it is with QuickBooks Online. So anyhow, how you just go to QuickBooks.com and you sign up for a free account, and you then put your email address. You're going to receive a code, so you're going to go ahead and input that code, create a password, and all kinds of fun stuff. And then you're going to get here when you're going to start setting up what kind of business you have. So first, on the prior page, you were able to find out, we're going to go back here, what kind of industry you are. I put here that I'm service, okay? Oh yes, one more thing. If you wonder what kind of subscriptions should I have with QuickBooks Online, there's actually 5 kinds of subscription. First, we have self-employed, we have Simple Start, Essential, Plus, and Advanced. So we're going to talk a little bit about each one. Self-employed is more for people who operate as 1099. So you may work for, I don't know, Uber or whatever, and somebody pay you with a 1099. But that's pretty much how that's the only income you have. So I would advise self-employed. Now, the only thing about self-employed, though, if you have a company and you want to eventually upgrade, self-employed cannot be upgraded. So you would lose all the information you have through the years. So that's why I say, so be careful. I wouldn't start with self-employed if you have a company that you plan on growing. I would at least start with Simple Start. Now, the difference between Simple Start, Essential, Plus, and Advanced is pretty much the features. Simple Start would work if you're a new company, just got started, and you don't need the extra features. When you get to a point, I would say, when you're growing your business and you want extra features like tracking classes, which is like when you want to track which customers are bringing you the most money. If you're a nonprofit organization and you want to track, once again, who are your donors and which projects are bringing the most money and things like that, you want to probably get started with the Plus or Advanced. If you have an e-business and you use maybe Shopify and you want to track customers and things like that, you want to have a little bit more features like enter bills and enter advanced invoices and things like that. So you want to have the Plus or Advanced. Now, if none of that is important for you right now and you just want to start tracking your expenses and your income, then Simple Start and Essential will do it. There are extra features on each one of them. So once again, self-employed is the most simple. It does not upgrade. Simple Start can upgrade. So basically, if you start with Simple Start and you want to upgrade eventually to Plus or Advanced or even Essential, you can do same thing with Essential. So pretty much depends on what the company needs. Now, once you decide which subscription is the best for you and you enter all your information, here you're going to decide what kind of business is this. So is it a sole proprietor, partnership, nonprofit, S Corp, C Corp? Well, I'm not sure. If you're not sure, go ask your CPA and verify how you file your taxes. Okay, so if you are an LLC, sole proprietorship is here. Nonprofit organization only if you really file as a nonprofit. If you have more than one owner, partnership, or if you are an S Corp or a C Corp. So once you decide that, you can decide, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and set up as a sole proprietor. We're going to go next. How does your business make money? I'll say provide service. You can sell products. Next. What's the main role of the company here? This is just a sample company. I'd say I am an owner or a partner, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, so I can say I fly solo or I have employees. If you have employees, you can run your payroll through QuickBooks. And the advantage of that is that you have all the reports and everything synchronized with QuickBooks. So once it gets to the point at the end of the year where you're going to reconcile all your payroll and things like that, all the information is right there. Super convenient. Super, super, super convenient. So I like that. Or if you have 1099 clients, you can actually track your 1099 contractors in QuickBooks Online. You can even set up payments through QuickBooks Online. At the end of the year, you can file your 1099 through QuickBooks. Super convenient. Okay? So I'm just going to say I have contractors. Or you can say I plan to hire in the future. Or we have other partners or owners. But I'm just gonna say that I have contractors. So what do you want to do today? So in this case, we're gonna set up QuickBooks and start using it right away. Okay, we're gonna next. Okay, now this is the time when you want to link your accounts. Your bank accounts. I'm just gonna give you a little sample how it works, but we're gonna skip for now. So we're gonna link accounts here, and you can select what kind of bank account you want to use. Now, one of the greatest advantages of QuickBooks Online is the ability to have all the information flowing from your bank into QuickBooks without having to manually import all the transactions. So once the account is linked, all that information is going to flow right through QuickBooks. Super convenient. Now, when the transactions flow into QuickBooks, it doesn't mean that those transactions are entered in the books. You still have to accept them. Once again, if you need a little bit more information on that, on my prior videos, you'll see how to accept transactions in QuickBooks Online. And then you have other things that you need to do as well. But the first thing you want to do, you definitely want to connect all your bank account and credit card account for the business. Now, keep in mind, if you're a business, you want to make sure that you only connect the business account. You don't want to connect any personal account. And you want to make sure that on your business account, you pretty much keep that as business expenses only. Once you start mixing personal with business, it gets really confusing, and the IRS really doesn't like that. So to avoid any confusion and make your books look clean, I'd say make sure you set up your business accounts and connect only the business accounts. Okay, so I'm not gonna connect it right now. We're gonna go back here because this. Okay, we're gonna skip that for now. Now, other things you can do, especially if you use apps such as Square, Shopify, PayPal, you can actually connect those apps as well right through here. Now, one thing, or if you have any inventory management app or anything like that. Now, QuickBooks has several apps that you can choose from where you can synchronize with QuickBooks, and sales receipts or invoices can flow right through QuickBooks. It makes your life so much easier. You don't have to manually enter everything, especially if you have an e-business. You want to make sure if you use Shopify or if you use Square, make sure you connect those apps. Because when you connect those apps into QuickBooks Online, all the transactions will flow into QuickBooks. And then depending on the app, it has different ways to accept. Once again, I have some prior videos on Square, on PayPal, not on Shopify, but if you want to see that, we can go ahead and create a video on that as well, just right down below. But hey, awesome features, and you want to connect all the apps so you can get those transactions flowing. So we're gonna skip for now. So what do you want to do up next? So invoice customers or track receipts and bills. I want to say, you know what? I want to invoice customers. Now you can set up your taxes here, or we can skip that from now. If you have a business where you track sales taxes, you can actually set up your sales tax. QuickBooks will automatically update based on the state and all your county taxes and so on and so forth. So great way to keep track of all that. But obviously we're gonna skip for now. Okay. Now you can have the Melio app where you can get paid faster. With QuickBooks Online, you can get invoiced. You can send invoices to your customer, and they can pay with QuickBooks Online. The advantage of that is that it will generate a sales receipt and a deposit automatically, so you don't have to actually enter them. Because if you pay with a different form of payment, such as you send invoices through a different app, or even through QuickBooks, but customers pay you through checks or whatever, the whole workflow is that you'll need to enter the payment, You need to enter the invoice, and then you need to enter the payment into undeposited funds. You need to record deposit and then match it in bank. So 4 steps for that. So anyhow, we're not going to talk too much about that. We have another video on that. We spend a lot more time talking about that. So we're going to skip that from now. But yes, you can set up that on QuickBooks and get your payments. Okay. So what else you want to set up so you can enter and pay bills? There's different things you can do. Now, for now, you can skip that. You can manage inventory and so on and so forth. Now, inventory can only be managed through QuickBooks if you have at least Plus or Advanced. It's not available on Simple Start or Simple Start's in Essential, and not Self-Employed for sure. So just Plus and Advanced. So we're going to go ahead and let's go. Okay. Now, one thing you need to know is that once QuickBooks is going to create a basic chart of accounts for your account. So here is my sample account. If you want to take a look at the chart of accounts, you on the left-hand side menu, you want to scroll over under accounting. Click on chart of accounts. We're going to go ahead and see chart of accounts. This is the basic chart of accounts. This is what QuickBooks automatically create. But of course, you can change that. You can create accounts. Now, keep in mind, there are different kinds of accounts. You're going to have the asset account. The assets is going to be like your car, your buildings, and your equipment, and so on and so forth. You have your equity accounts, which is going to be it's going to be accounts that's going to go into the balance sheet, such as dividends, owner's investments, owner pay, things that will not go into your profit and loss or your income statement. Okay. Then you have your income. Here is it's your sales, it's your sale of product, whatever income you have. And then the expense, you have some basic expenses here, but you can add more, right? You can definitely add more. And then you're going to have your liability accounts, but here we don't have any liability yet. The reason why is because, those accounts you actually create yourself. So if you want to create a new account, you're going to click on new. Okay, so if you're going to create a bank account, for instance, we're going to do checking 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and save and close. Now, keep in mind, I haven't linked that account yet. I just created in QuickBooks, and then later on, we're going to link the account, right? Just like we walked through on the beginning. So we skipped that portion at the beginning, but we can go ahead and do it right now. So let's suppose I want to create a petty cash account. So bank, it's going to be a bank, cash at hand, and petty cash. Now keep in mind, petty cash will not, transactions will not flow automatically, so you can actually enter all those transactions manually, and you're going to have to reconcile, keep some kind of records of cash coming in and out, and that's how you manage that, right? All right. So if you have any assets that you want to enter, you want to click here on account type. Here is where you choose the account type. So we're going to have accounts receivable, other current asset, bank, fixed asset, other asset, accounts payable, credit card, other current liability, long term, a few accounting terms here. Other current liability would be things that you would be paying within a year. Long-term liability are items that you pay for a long period of more than a year. Okay, the equity accounts, like I said, everything that is going into the balance sheet as far as owner's investment, owner's distribution, dividend, and things like that, retained earnings, and so on and so forth. So we have the income accounts. Other income would be interest income or things that are not main source of income. Cost of goods sold, which we can talk more in detail in another one. And finally, expenses or other expense. So if I'm going to create an expense account, so we're going to create here, and you want to create accounts that you're going to use frequently, but you don't want to make your chart of accounts too complicated, too complex. There have been business owners that came up with me with, 2 pages of income statement or profit and loss, or same thing with the balance sheet, and a lot of bogus duplicate accounts. You don't want that. It becomes completely a mess, and it's hard for your accountant or anybody to make sense of that. You want to simplify that and maybe use other features to track your clients. You don't want to track your income or anything like that by creating an income for each of the clients. Definitely not. So here's where you create the account. Now, if you want to delete any bogus account, right here on the arrow on the right hand side, you're going to click here. You can actually make it active. Okay, in order to view what's going on each account, you're going to go ahead and click on view register. Now, obviously, there's nothing here. So usually the first step after we create the account, the first step, like I said, we want to click on banking, and we want to link our bank accounts. That's the first step. Like I said, the biggest advantage of QuickBooks Online is the ability to have all your transactions flowing automatically into QuickBooks. So you're going to go ahead and connect account. And from here, like we went through before, you're going to select your account. And you want to log into your account as if you're logging into your account. So you can create, you can select whatever bank and log in, right? So we're going to skip that. We're not going to do that right now, but obviously it's something that you want to do. What is app transaction, Claudia? App transaction, like I said, I was talking to you before, you can actually connect your apps here. Now on this app transaction, which is part of banking, we only have Amazon Business and Square. This is a new update from QuickBooks. It's been going on maybe for a little over a year. And the thing is that this update, and I have a video on that, has made all the difference on how you track your sales and your income. So you definitely, if you have Square, if you have Amazon Business and e-business, please connect your apps, because you want those sales receipts to flow into QuickBooks Online automatically. Okay, so you can create rules. We can address that on another video, and I believe I have something. And you can send your receipts into QuickBooks and match them into your transactions as well. So this is just the beginning process of how to create a QuickBooks Online account. I have several videos with a little more in-depth of what QuickBooks Online is all about, and also a few videos that you can watch if you ever encounter any kind of issue. Now, if you have any questions that you want to be addressed, and if you're already using QuickBooks Online and you have certain questions that you would like me to address, please write down below and we'll go ahead and address for you. If you have any questions, Claudia, I've been having problems with, undeposited funds, and I have a bunch of them, especially with Square. If you link with Square and it's not mapped correctly, you can have issues. Hey, put me a note down below, and I'll be able to address that for you. If you want me to address a subject on another video, write down below as well, and we'll be able to do that for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'm super excited to be here. I'm one of those accountants that is actually very excited about accounting. I think it's super fun when we find solutions for problems, and we can actually find answers to how to grow our business by using QuickBooks Online in a proper way, by being able to rely on our financial statements. It is such a great feature, and I am super excited to be able to share this with you. If you like this video, please click on subscribe. Like I said, I want to continue doing those videos, but I need you to subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. If there is anybody you know who use QuickBooks Online and would like some instruction on how to use or free education, go ahead and share this video with them, and we'll be able to continue bringing those videos to you. And I hope to see you soon. And until then, keep smiling.